Hi, this is Elitom El-Amin, Breatharian. And today I'm about to show you that they call it the iron palm training. Now for those of you who've been following me, I did 2 videos where I was actually breaking a brick with my palm. And the first one I was unsuccessful, because I didn't do the training, I just went cold turkey. And the second video, I did the training with the hands, and then I came back and I broke the brick. Now, what happens is, of course, I was just showing those just to show you the technique. However, anybody can strengthen their energetic body and their physical body, which is one and the same, where you could do certain trainings on the body where you can break bricks, even women. Because when I was taking martial arts back in the day, we had a class where for 3 months we did the training with our hands, and I'm about to show you that. And there was women doing it also, and all they had to do was stay consistent. And when the day came for us to break bricks, everybody did it. So that goes to show you too, when you're working with the physical body and on a physical level, energetic level, mental or emotional, the main thing all across the board is consistency. Many people don't stay consistent enough to see the works or the endeavors of their progress on when they're into something. There was some woman that called me tonight asking me all these questions like she's interviewing me. I just want to find the truth, but I had to tell her, you know, and I'm trying to be nice. You're not finding the truth talking to me and asking me questions. The truth is in you. What you're doing now is you're getting on people's nerves. You could have been using all that time doing these things to stay consistent on yourself when the information is out here. But anyway, let's go all into this. Now, dealing with the hand training. You got reflexology points, you got all the organs on your hands. For those in the know who knows that. And this is real because they're also got a meditation of different mudras, where you actually take your thumb and you make the different connections on the different fingers. But these, every time you connect a finger up like that, those are energetic connections actually connecting the different organs in the body. This stuff is real. And this is why we're in such a good age now. Again, science and the medical establishment have done tests to show you that these are electrical connections. We do have electricity going up and down our spinal cord. This is why we have an electromagnetic field. When we talk about living on Crown and the Breatharian journey, we're not talking far-fetched about what you want to do with your electricity and your electromagnetic field. So that's why you have to come into some type of practice to start retraining yourself with a new habit, a new energy system, rewiring yourself. Because even when you start thinking differently, the neural pathways or the electrical channels in your brain actually change the course of how they were traveling before. Is this all making sense? So now we're going to get into the iron palm training. And even if you ain't planning on breaking bricks, you can get into this hand training for your health purposes. Because again, anytime you stimulate any different parts of the body, especially your hands, because that's why they say you got the most chakras in your hands. Your hands is chakra. So since you got the most energy in your hands, that's why they got in religion, praying hands, bringing all these energy connections together, the organs in the body. People working with plants that could do it real good. They say they got a green thumb. So there's some people who can work on your hair who really know how to work on hair, and it seems like when their hands touch your hair start to grow. Because there's people who got more energy conductivity in their hands and they know how to use it, even though everybody does. So even when you get into the spiritual practices of meditation, usually the first place you feel energy at is your hands. So again, this is very powerful, dealing with the energy of our hands again. So to train your hands for health and to strengthen them energetically, which will also affect the physical, there's a training that you can do. And right now I got a pillow. And this is what I'm going to use as my instructions. And you can start off with a pillow or any surface that you can actually tap the hands on. Because when you think about breaking a brick, people think that they got to do something real hard to beat up their skin, put calluses all on their hands. That's not what it is about. It's all about technique. So we got this pillow here. This is what we're going to use our technique on. And I'm using a pillow also because this particular pillow you can, got a zipper on it where you can take stuff out of it. And usually I'm going to show you how to start out with a pillow, but when you really start doing your training to get more energy flow in the body, get the skin more tougher, you can start putting light gravel rocks in it. That's what I started out with. You can use a pillowcase. You can use a regular bag, fill it up with pebbles and rocks, fold it like so, and have it just like this here. And then when you have the rocks, or you can, you'll start out with sand. You can put sand in it. And then you could also go harder when you put metal balls in it. But you could work your way up to these different levels of what type of filling you choose to use. But for right now, we're going to use the pillow so you can learn the technique. And you can stick with the pillow if you just want to get the energy stimulation going through the body, using the hands where it affect the organs. Now, usually when you do this training, you should eat nothing at least a half hour before and an hour after. Because every time you start hitting the hands like this, you're actually sending energy to the organs, and the organs also giving off energy. That's why this is good for also raising your vibration. This is a training. So right now I got this pillow, and you can either have it on your thighs, or I got a table right here in front of me. Let's put this back just a little. Well, we could actually put it on the table also. Okay, you got that showing? Alright, so here's our pillow. Now, dealing with the hand training, the first position we're going to do 5 positions. We're just going to slap the hands, palms up, on the pillow. This is all you got to do. You ain't got to go real hard. Just let the body go naturally. And just like in meditation, the more relaxed you are, the easier the energy flow. Because as I'm making a hit like this, there's an energy that's coming from the organs, coming up through the hands because we're energetically connected. And it's actually hitting the pad, and even when you hit the pad, there's a force of energy coming back up through the body, coming back to the organs. So this is why this is good for your health, just to hit the surface and build up the energy. Now, instead of me just hitting my hands like this, look how I'm putting my whole body into it. So now start getting the energy from the hip area, the kundalini, coming up through the body, and this is what the training is all about. It's a whole body action. It's just not the hands. So even when you deal with martial arts, you're just not dealing with punching. They're learning how to use the whole body within a punch because the energy is coming up, and that makes a bigger impact. But it's all about, here we go again, using it for health. That's why they call it self-defense, not attacking or offense. So you're learning how to use your energy again. So this is the first one, and you usually could do this for like a minute. Slapping it, focusing on the surface. Just feel how your hands feel when you start this. And look how we're just slapping the surface. My waist is in it. My shoulders. And I'm going nice and relaxed. Just let your hand fall on there and slap. You can feel the stimulus coming up through the body. This is how you start building up your energy centers within the hands. Now the art to this also, you might say, how can me tapping this so lightly actually break a brick? Because the energy channels within the body, your hand is made of molecules, even though you can't see it, the molecules don't touch. But the more you start focusing on this particular area to strengthen it, the molecules and the energy start becoming intense, more compacted. You don't see it. You don't need to see it with the eyes, but this is what's taking place. So over a period of time, if you do this for 30 days, 90 days, every day or twice a day, your hands will become a lot more strengthened, a lot more hard, and all you're doing is tapping it every day through consistency. And your organs, the body will get so used to that new habit that even like when a person does this training, say for instance if you was working on the forearms all the time, just tapping it against something, even if somebody was to have a stick and come at you and block it, just from that little training, because your body adapts to its new situation. So just by tapping this every day and the body got used to that habit, that's where the energy is going to start. You're redirecting it in the body. So now we're doing with the palm of the hands. Now the next we'll do the, they call it the scissor hands. You hold your palms like this and you just come straight on it. But again, look how my whole body is into it. Now I'm doing the side of the hands, bringing that energy up through the body. We'll hit this for about a minute. Stay focused, because wherever the mind goes, the energy flows. Once you do that for about a minute, now we'll do the back of the hands. Just let them flop on there, nice and relaxed, nice and loose. You ain't got to go hard with a lot of tension, because again, it's an energy thing. Just let the hands slap, nice and relaxed. Look how my whole body's into it, the waist, the shoulders. And like I said, I just got a regular pillow or any surface where you don't hurt your hands. But as you start upgrading, you can start putting, like we said, sand inside of a bag. Then you could go to light gravel. Then you can start putting metal balls inside of a bag. And the hands will get strengthened more and more and more the more you do this practice. And of course, if you continue to do it for years, oh my gosh. Okay, now we did the back of the hands. We did the front, we did the sides, we did the back. Now we're going to make a fist. And just come right down on the fist as you're punching it. But notice I ain't punching real hard. All I'm doing is letting the hands fall on there. Nice and relaxed. You just really get into it. It's not about hurting the body. All you're doing is stimulating the energy flow. Coming up from the waist, all the organs is involved again. Whether you realize it or not, this is an energy exchange taking place in the body. Now we go back to the palms. One more round. Nice and relaxed. Now the scissor hands. And the organs, all it knows is getting a workout. Now we do the back of the hands. Nice and relaxed. Repetition. Just let it flow. Let the shoulders relax, the waist relax, the abdomen, everything's into it, the whole body. Focus on the surface. And now we do the punching, make a fist. Nice and relaxed. Just breathe naturally. All right, now feel how your hands feel. Make a nice ball in front of it. You can feel how it's been stimulated. You should be able to feel the energy channels opened up. And even if you ain't used to feeling energy, you'll feel the difference. And you might say, well, that's just because it hit me. And we say it again. The more you do this consistently, the hands will start getting strengthened more and more, and you'll be able to make bigger energy balls. And like he said, after you do this training, don't eat or drink nothing for at least an hour, because everything's getting settled in. Now the way to keep the energy within the hands, to know that you're training it also. Now, they do got some herbs that you probably can order online. They use this in martial arts and Kung Fu, especially in China. It's called Dit Dot Jiao. Dit, D-I-T, dot, D-A-T, Jiao, and I believe that's J-O-Y or something like that, Dit Dot Jiao. But that's a herb. If you got access to it, you can get it. But if not, don't worry about it. You could go right to your sink, run the water under, first get cold water, put your hands up under the cold water, let it sit there for a while, then run it on hot water. Not too hot where you hurt yourself, but get that warm water on it. And that'll kind of seal the energy within the hands. That's just a technique. You're using intent also, but this is higher level energy work again. So just off of that workout, feel how your hands feel. And again, we just used the regular pillow, but I said, but the more harder surfaces you get, you'll feel it differently, of course. Start at the level you're at, don't overdo it, and as you graduate. Now, we just did that one sitting just now. Now, just think if you wake up tomorrow and you do it again. That's the one level, sword hands. Back of the hands. Make your fist. It's all about consistency. And if you do it again, the hands will feel even different day by day. Day by day. Now, when I first started this training, I did do the full, well, I ain't gonna say 90 days. I'm gun-ho. In 30 days, I broke a brick. But I did it for 30 days, twice a day. And the thing about it, you ain't got to do it for a long time. I did it for like 10, 15 minutes every day, working on the hands. Boom, 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 boom. You know, in the morning, then in the evening. The next day, did it again and again, and I felt the energy growing more and more each day. But not only you feel it in your hands, like I said, this is connected to your whole body connection. You start feeling energy blockages all in the body start opening up just by concentrating on one part of the body. Give it a try. Write me some notes on how you feel. Is it working for you? But like we said, this isn't a goal so much as you need to break bricks. We're not saying that. But if you want to better your health, there's little stuff like this. I also got a video on my channel dealing with the clapping. Just by working with, we're sitting in the bottom of gases, you're moving the sound vibration through the body. All of these stuff works, but you gotta stay consistent again. So like I told that woman earlier, questioning me isn't going to give you the truth. The truth is already in you. You got to know what you're doing to open up these energy channels and work with your body, because you're connected with everything in the universe, and it's all about removing energy blockages. You understand? But first you got to notice that the energy block is there. So when we talk about eating very little or not at all, this isn't far-fetched, because you're an energy being, you're a light being, just by your nature. Any physicist physicists on this planet can tell you the same thing. And we're in a good age because nobody that educated is not arguing against it. Usually, like I said, the ignorant knows who's on other agendas. But that's okay too, because the truth is in you. We don't have to convince nobody. So again, feel how your hands feel, whole nother ball game in it. And like we said, each time you do this, you'll get the body strengthened more and more. And see, and the stuff like this too, like when we say, how do you work out and do you still need water? Now in the beginning stages you will, but when you start training yourself like how we just did this workout, the organs, all it knows is it did something different. So by you not drinking nothing for an hour afterwards, your body start getting used to that new habit, that new routine. So then you'll start doing workouts where you don't drink in between. I remember when I used to go to the gym, every time I do a set, and I go get something to drink. You get used to that. Then when you do a full workout, don't drink nothing till after the end. You're introducing a new habit. Then you start going longer and longer, just like anything again. This is your bio machine, your bio computer, and it's taking the instructions that you give it. So even when we talk about making muscle, of course, push-ups, resistance, but I do this consistently. It's not far-fetched. Well, how can you get that without eating? You're doing it consistently. Again, we're trying to put this up in people. That's how you reprogram your subconscious mind. All speakers and all teachers who's talking about reprogramming yourself, building a new habit, no matter what level it is, getting a new skill, even dealing with building a business, putting a new idea out there, or living your life purpose, they're all talking the same thing: consistency, 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 focus, 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 and you will see things in the universe and your external change because you're changing it inside first. So again, as we're building up this body, to stick with the training, and those of you who could do 30 days, do 30 days and get back with let's talk about it. See how you feel. This really feels good when you're away. You start feeling healthier, stronger, just from little subtle things like this. We're in a new age of learning about energy, and I hope you got a lot out of this. Namaste, have a good day. Love you. All right, it's my move. You're gonna pay now. I'll take that. What you gonna do with that? Well, I'll move this direction. Boy, Elitom, you sure is good. You're a professional at this. I know. I'm a genius. Watch this. Bam! Told you. This is what it's all about, keeping the energy moving. You can never get bored because the person you talk to the most is yourself. All we gotta do is just keep going with the flow and loving life. All right, now it's my move. The only thing that exists is me. Everybody from me is like the external parts of myself. So I'm always talking to myself anyway.